I slept for about 20 minutes last night, and listen to the voice. The voice is not the result of the lack of sleep. The voice is that I'm sick. Wow. I don't actually feel too bad. It's literally all in my throat and my nose. Like, I'm dying to blow my nose. That's disgusting. I hate blowing my nose. My accent is strong enough. Can you understand what I'm saying? I don't know what happened last night, but Freddie's actually an alright sleeper, and I don't want to ever say that and jinx it. But yes, he's an alright sleeper. He normally wakes up between 1 to 2 times in like an 8-hour period, so it's not horrendous. But last night, he just would not stay asleep. I did everything. We fed him. I fed him. I burped him. I rocked him. He seemed a bit gassy. We're trying to do the whole bicycles of the legs. He likes a hairdryer noise. I was blasting hairdryer noises on YouTube. Nothing worked. I honestly feel like I've slept. So between about the hours of 12:15 and 5 o'clock, I did not close my eyes. I was okay, settled, put him back in the bed, and then I fell back asleep for 10 seconds. 10 seconds. And I was looking at the clock and I was like, I'm awake again. Anyway. And I thought, oh, I can't do it. We're doing the YouTube video, we're sticking to it, we're doing one a week, and that is just it, right? Stick to the plan and not the mood. I don't care that I'm ill. I mean, I do. Why is it anytime you start back the gym, or start a new fitness journey, or start like something in the gym exercise realm, you always get sick? It literally happens to everyone. I thought that doll was my baby on top of the breakfast bar. I'm losing it. Anyway, I've just had my breakfast. I'm watching him on the camera because he slept from 7:30. It's now 9:30. He slept for those 2 hours. Why couldn't that be during the night? I do not know. But he's now awake. So let's just finish this, and I want to vlog this whole day. I was hoping to go to the gym. We'll play that by ear because I don't want to set myself back, because we could always go tomorrow. I normally go Saturdays and not Fridays, but Adam's actually off work today, and that's why I was going to go today, and we would have like the weekend free of the gym. But I better go get him, because he's looking at me on this camera as if he's doing this, as if, where are you? Come get me. Oh my god. Right, positive vibes. PME. Because what a day to be alive. As much as I've got a sore throat, my baby didn't sleep last night, I've just pulled up to the doctor's because I actually had my smear test, and this guy was driving past and he's like, put your window down. I'm like, oh, what is it? He gave me his parking ticket. It still has an hour on it, so thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. What a great day. That was actually so kind. I love when people do stuff like that. Hold on. And I don't think I should be an hour, so if I see someone, I will pass it right on back. 1:15, right, and it's currently 12:15. Smear test. If you do not get your smear test, I want to punch you in the face. Especially if you live in the UK, where our healthcare system is literally free. So many people do not go and get the smear test. I think you're either embarrassed by it, or you think you're immune to getting cancer, or you just, whatever the reason is, do not put it off. A smear test could literally save your life. I've always had my smear test done, and actually mine was due in October, but I was pregnant, and you're not really supposed to get them when you're pregnant, so they were like, right, you've had your other ones, you can wait a couple of months. So I'm here, I'm now 12 weeks postpartum, so honestly, a big plastic speculum going down there 12 weeks postpartum isn't going to be the most enjoyable. But if I'm going to do it at this stage in life, people, please go and book your smear test, right? It could literally save your life. It could literally save your life. As your internet big sister that is now 32 years old, I think this is my third smear test then, because I think you get them every 5 years, starting from like 21 or something like that. Honestly, I don't actually know, something along the lines of that. Go and get your smear test. It could literally save your life, and it lasts about 30 seconds. Do you know what? I'll count it in my head when I'm actually getting done. It's literally about 30 seconds of awkwardness, slight discomfort. Like, it's not sore. It's not sore. It's a bit uncomfy and a bit ugh, but it's not sore. And actually, I don't really find it embarrassing. It's a vagina, who cares? And as a nurse, she has one too, and it's literally their job. I would so much rather be uncomfortable for 30 seconds than have cancer, so, or miss cancer and catching it early and all the rest of it. So this is just your, it's just your what's the word? It's your sign. It's not your sign because I'm telling you to go and do it. If you're due your smear test, go and get it done. Go and get it done. But yeah, on that note, I'll go get mine done. When I say that took less than like 30 seconds for that smear test to be done, I mean it took less than 30 seconds. Something else that needs to take less than 30 seconds is my lunch, because I have 2 children just hovering around me. One lying on his playmat, so he's not really hovering. And Blake has went through about 3 different things already in terms of what she's eating. So Alexa, stop. My throat's killing me. I have 1 flatbread left. See these? You need to actually get them. I think with these, the Asda ones, I think they are high protein flatbreads, right? Glorious. I think we're doing about what, 10 grams of protein? 14 grams of protein in a flatbread. I literally have just chopped up tempeh and onion, and then I've sprinkled this seasoning on it. Tempeh and onion in a pan for literally not even 5 minutes. Flatbread is under the grill for those couple of minutes, and I've got cucumber. We're going to do a bit of yogurt on it. See if you just get like an Alpro plain yogurt, and then a bit of sriracha. Chef's kiss. I would like salads, but do I have any? No. Also, I need ChatGPT or somebody to do a colour analysis on me, because I'm growing out my hair colour. I've decided I'm just going to get my brown to come all the way through, but I do not suit, I feel like, dull colours. I feel like I need to be wearing, because unfortunately I'm not a pink person, but I feel like I really suit pink. So I need someone to be like, actually here's your whole colour palette that's just going to make you look better, because right now I feel like I look a bit like gaunt or something. Maybe it's a lack of mascara too, but anyway, let's put together this flatbread. It's literally my lunch all the time. If it's not a flatbread, it's in a wrap. It's the same thing essentially. I don't really like the smell of that seasoning right enough, but it tastes delicious. Right, a split. I mean, if this is crispy on this side, do we fold it this way? Or do we fold it this way? We'll just do this. Well, actually we'll use a spoon, because that's going to be too much. Baby's on the floor. How you get stuff done. Okay, just a bit of yogurt, because it's supposed to be like a creamy sauce, not yogurt, but it'll do. Well, actually, honestly, I don't actually know. I don't know. Then we've got our tempeh and our onion. It might not all fit on here. We'll have to put some on the side. Hi. Are you talking to me? Cucumbers. What are you saying? And my sriracha. Where's my sriracha? Daddy took it. I think a wee bit of lime wouldn't go amiss here. Can you watch my plate until, in fact, you know what, I can't leave you here to go and get my sriracha, because the baby's here, and as much as she loves him, she doesn't understand that she can't just like sit on his face. So this is it, minus the sriracha. Ta-da! Trying to do add 14. 36 grams of protein. Just like that. I had to stop talking in a baby voice, my god. Okay, welcome to episode 3 of the rebuild. With this episode, I want to kind of delve a bit into my current workout routine and how I am going to keep up my workout routine. I think my next video I kind of want to make all about consistency and actually how to stick to things, especially now as a mum of 2 with like zero time, like zero time. I've also decided, literally as soon as I had Freddie, I was like, I'm going all in on my business with my app and stuff this year, and I've just like tripled my workload. And you know what, I'm the kind of person that runs like that though. If I am not clinging to every second of my day to fill it with something, then I feel really unproductive. So that is just an insight into me. But workout wise, what we're doing is, obviously I've only been back at the gym for 3 weeks now, and what I decided to do was start off the first month, so the first like 4 weeks, just to do full body workouts 3 times a week, and that was for multiple reasons. So normally my workout routine is 4 days per week, 2 upper body days and 2 lower body days, and I love it and it works perfect. It's the right amount of volume for me, frequency, enough rest days, and also very realistic for me to stick to. Normally Adam and I, back in the day before children, went to the gym together. Then obviously after Blake, he went in the morning and I went in evenings. And then obviously as Blake started sleeping through the night, like last December, I started going to the gym in the mornings as well, and we would alternate the days that we went. So we always went to the gym in the mornings, and that way our evenings were always free. And I just found that obviously when you have children and then we're going to the gym at night and all the rest of it and taking turns, your evenings just get really taken up and we have like no downtime, especially downtime together. It was a case of like
he'd go to the gym in the morning, then he'd go to work, and I'd be working during the day and looking after babies, and then he'd come home, then I'd go to the gym, then he'd come home, then we'd make dinner, and then we'd do baths, and then we'd all have showers, and then it would be like 9 o'clock at night. And that's us finally sitting down to actually talk to each other, and then realistically you're going to bed not long after that, because the one person's up at 5 o'clock to go to the gym. Anyway, obviously now we've had baby number 2, he does not sleep through the night, and I obviously breastfeed, so I am up during the night. It's not realistic for me right now to go to the gym at like 6 in the morning. If I was to go to the gym in the mornings, normally I have to get up at like 5:30, try and be in the gym for about 10 past 6, to be back for about 7:15, because Adam then leaves for work at like 7:30, 7:45. And that was just the way it was. But obviously Freddie now doesn't go to bed. He goes to bed when we go to bed. He kind of goes to sleep around like 11, half 11. He normally only wakes up once around the 3-4 mark, and then that's him again till about 7. That has changed the past couple of nights. He's now up twice a night. He's getting up at 2, and then he's getting up again at 5. So with all that, like, I cannot be, it would be one thing if you were just waking up during the night. Like, for example, for Adam, he kind of wakes up obviously because Freddie wakes up, then he goes straight back to sleep. I'm not having uninterrupted sleep. I am having interrupted sleep and then sitting up, actually feeding a baby, so using my body to produce milk, feed another human for like half an hour, 40 minutes, sometimes longer, to settle him back to bed. So I'm actually up, awake, and using my body and energy for like a solid 45 minutes, once or twice a night. It's very different to just waking up for a wee bit and going back to sleep. Very different. So morning workouts out the window right now. I'm hoping by, maybe we're going to try and sort his sleep out round about the kind of 5-6 month mark. We didn't do that with Blake, and I would like to actually attempt to do that. Nothing extreme, but anyway, that's not the point. So currently we are back to he goes in the morning and I go in the evening. But when I say evening, so he works from home one day a week. Obviously there's a weekend one day a week. So we're only doing one other day during the week where he comes home from work and then I'm going to the gym. So it's not horrendous. We're not really losing out much of our evenings. So what we have been doing is, because Freddie obviously likes to be fed regularly. He very much does eat quite frequently, and I've pumped out milk, but I really am just creating a freezer stash more so for if it absolutely needs to be used. I don't want to be constantly pumping out milk and having to leave it just because I'm going to the gym. So what we have been doing lately, our gym is only 5 minutes away, maybe 7, and Freddie loves the car. So I've been kind of timing it that when Adam comes in from work, or on the other days when I go in the morning, not like I go on a Saturday morning, or like a Tuesday at not a ridiculous time, it is great because Adam drives me to the gym. Freddie loves the car, he loves sleeping in the car, he loves the car seat, but when the car is moving. Thus, he drives me to the gym, he does a wee kind of lap around for half an hour, just drives around, he listens to his podcast, whatever. The 2 babies are in the car. Blake's fine in the car, she will absolutely sit in the car for as long as you left her there, and she doesn't need a phone or anything. Like, that's not what she needs. She just literally will just sit and look out the window. But Freddie loves to ride in the car, and he loves to go for a sleep in the car. So he's taking me to the gym, he's driving around for half an hour, he's slowly coming back, he sits there for another kind of 10-15 minutes. I'm making my workouts around 45 minutes, and then I come back out and we go back home. And that is a supportive partner, and honestly that's what it should be. There's no, I actually said it to him the other day. I said to him, I said, oh, I kind of feel bad that you have to do that, you know, that you have to sit in the car for essentially an hour to, you know, get there, me do my workout and then come back. And he was like, I mean, you can feel bad if you want, because obviously it's boring. He says, but don't feel guilty, because I am a dad and this is how you get to go to the gym, because you breastfeed. And I was like, amen, sister, amen. So make your partner just sit in the car. That's as much as it is. Say, I need to work out. If you're like a hot girlfriend, wife, whatever it is, I need to go to the gym. So sit in the car. Anyway, very long story short. I'm going to the gym 3 times a week and I'm doing full body workouts. And I'm doing a push-pull legs. But doing full body, I don't know how to describe this. Basically, you know, you have a push workout, shoulders, chest, triceps. I'm doing that plus 2 leg exercises. I'm doing a pull workout, back and biceps, plus 2 leg exercises. And then I'm having a leg day with 3 leg exercises, and then I'm doing like 1 or 2 shoulder and back exercises in there as well. So I'm doing everything twice a week, legs 3 times a week, just creating the volume and making sure I'm keeping on top of my muscles and making sure they're getting trained. That's exactly kind of what I'm doing, just to make sure my body can like get back into the gym, get used to training frequently. And then as of next week, when my new plan drops on my app, I'm going to jump onto that too. It's 4 days a week and get back into my kind of usual style of training. I'm going to film a workout for you today, and I will talk you through it. Now, I am actually going to be going at the peak time today, which is not ideal, so we'll see what we can actually film. I'm just going to film it on my phone. It's not going to be the best high super fantastic quality, but it's just to show you kind of what I'm doing roughly in the gym right now. So I'm also squeezing myself into my pre-pregnancy gym clothes, and I kind of feel like a bit like a stuffed sausage because we're not quite there on the leanness yet, but whatever. I'm not buying new clothes right now. I'm waiting until I'm kind of I'm waiting until I'm into my usual routine a bit more and kind of find a body size that I'm going to stick around, if that makes sense, because I do still have excess body fat to lose. I'm well aware about that, and I'm in no rush for it to just like disappear, but that just means that I'm not quite my usual clothing size yet, or the clothing size I'm going to be. So I'm going to give it another like probably the next like 2 or 3 months before I actually buy new gym clothes, I think, because what if they don't fit me and I'm not wasting money. So for the workout today, I started off with RDLs. Now, I'm focusing solely on form, solely on making sure that I've got mind muscle connection, and solely on getting things back to where they were before in terms of strength. I am not rushing and trying to lift the same amount of weight. Thankfully, I don't actually feel like I've lost too much strength. Ideally, I'd be doing 60 to 70 kilo on RDLs, but we're just sticking with 10. We're sticking with 50 kilos right now, just for the first few weeks, just to make sure we're really getting into it nice and slowly and properly. The last thing I want to do is injure myself and set myself back even more. So I think we did 3 sets of about 10 reps. I didn't even count this year, but roughly around there. And then we did a second leg exercise, which was a Smith machine lunge. If you have not tried a Smith machine lunge, it is the most delicious form of lunge. Obviously got Bulgarians, they're great, but they require a lot of stability, etc., and it's easier to cheat on them, whereas these, I feel like you can just get as low as you possibly can. You're really focused on that working leg, pushing through that heel and really getting that big stretch at the bottom. You can see when I come down, I just feel like my glutes getting stretched right out, and pushing off that heel just to make sure that your glutes actually doing all the work. It's one of my favourite exercises, one of my absolute favourites. The Smith machine's actually great for pretty much all body parts, but I do mainly use it for my legs. But if you're new to, say, a bench press or a shoulder press, a Smith machine is a great place to start with that. And then I moved on to doing lateral raises and shoulder press. Now my shoulder press, this is where my weight is down a bit. I like to work between 14 to 16 kilos with shoulder press, but we have dropped it down to between, I did do a set of 14, it was kind of pushing it, I think we got about 6, and that's fine, that's an okay working weight to be going with in rep range, but I am still obviously trying to get my strength back a bit, so we then after this dropped it down to 12 kilos and really focused on doing solid reps with 12 kilos, and then I did 2 sets of standing lateral raises and 2 sets of seated lateral raises, and I want to put it out there that I am still in what I would class as like a kind of vulnerable state with my body image right now. Not in terms of negative, I have no negativity with my body image. I literally had a baby like 12 weeks ago, but this is not what my core usually looks like for me. And I just want you to remember that, like, even if you're not looking your best, right, you have to put in the work to get to your best. So wear the sports bra, wear the tight shorts if you want. I'm wearing them mainly because I have nothing else to wear. But just keep in mind, like, even though you're not at where you want to be, you're not at your goal, the only way to get there is to actually sit and put in the work. So as much as I don't love how I'm looking right now, I don't look bad, I'm well aware of that, I don't hate myself, there's no negativity there. But obviously I'm not at my kind of, my goal or my dream physique or anything like that. But that doesn't put me off going to the gym. That doesn't put me off putting in the work because, as we all know, we have to put in the work to get to our goals. Little mini rant for you. But final exercise, I did some triceps. This was so awkward because this guy, I started doing my set, then this guy just joined in behind me and I'm like, bro, we are going to go butt to butt here and I'm not for that. But there's a tiny wee gap in between. But yeah, that was just a bit awkward. But for arms, I kind of do volume with arms. So I did my working set and then I dropped it down. I did a drop set, i.e. I dropped the weight down and did another couple of reps just to bang it out. But this was my workout for today. I hope you guys take some inspiration from it. Like I said, I'm focusing on full bodies right now, more so hitting body parts multiple times a week, doing more of a push in legs, pull in legs, and then a kind of mainly legs but with a bit of push and pull in there too, if that makes sense. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm pretty sure I will vlog tomorrow. Okay, good morning. I am about to meal prep a big batch. My throat is still going. A big batch of my blueberry muffin baked oats. I don't really struggle to make breakfast in the morning, but I just feel like having them sitting ready will be quite nice for the next couple of days. It makes 4 servings, however Blake also eats it, so it's technically only really 2. Even though she doesn't eat a full one, but anyway, it'll maybe last me 2 to 3 days. So I'm going to make that now. The recipe is on my Plant Fit app. Here it's here. Blueberry muffin baked oats. I'm going to show you this app, right? For those of you that are not aware of how it works. Let's say you pick a recipe, right? Blueberry muffin baked oats, 4 servings, and you want to track the recipe. Add it to breakfast, right? Track. So let's go back and go to here. These are not the calories I'm on, by the way. I just used the calculator just for demonstration purposes. But let's go to meal plan and remove this. Okay, so tracking recipe shows you that I've tracked it for the day, if that makes sense. It's not in the meal plan, it's just that I've tracked it. So it's just like MyFitnessPal, and you can add in all your bits and bobs, and then obviously you'll see your macros here. But if you add it, wait till I find it again now, breakfast. Add to meal plan, breakfast, and you can also add it to your shopping list, right? So now let's go to our shopping list. Okay, so then here it is in your shopping list, and it breaks everything down into like categories as to where to get them in the supermarket, so you're not really just like jumping around or like trying to go back and forward. It puts everything here, so by the time you add in all your meals, you'll have everything. It'll fill out the full shopping list, so you can make your full weekly meal plan. So let's just say you're meal prepping and you wanted to also do, let's say we're going to make enough for 4 iced coffees. I didn't want to track it, it's not what I wanted to do. 4 iced coffees, add to meal plan. We'll make that breakfast as well because I like that for breakfast, and we'll also add it to the shopping list. Let's just put in random stuff here, right? Lunch, main meals. Oh, I like the Buddha bowl. Let's do that. Add to meal plan. Lunch. Also add to the shopping list. Let's just do that, for example, right? We need to do dinner and snacks, but let's just see for demonstration purposes. See, it's added in the stuff that we now need for these 3 meals. So, guys, I love it. It's the best thing ever. Honestly, I just feel like my app has everything in one place. There's your whole shopping list. You can build out your meal plan. Obviously, I've only done these. Sorry, my voice is going. It's actually a joke. But obviously, there's your lunch there. There's your breakfast. And then obviously, you can actually track it daily as if it's like MyFitnessPal. So, fabulous. And you can also search your own things, by the way. So let's say lunch, you didn't want to use recipes, you can type in like any food that you want. So let's just say Alpro, say we're having a yogurt, right, or something. Then there you go, all your Alpro stuff comes up and you can track it. You can also scan barcodes of things, which is just fab. But yeah, that's just the food section. Food section alone, 10 out of 10. Alexa, set a timer for 40 minutes. You okay down there? He's actually the noisiest baby ever. He's not a crybaby, he's not a whiny baby, but he just makes noise. Boo! Boo! And here comes Terrible Sue. Oh, thank you for that. You can get your meal prep done with 2 babies if you really put your mind to it. So, protein iced coffee, if you're still not with it, guys. personally, the two supplements I take every single day is creatine and a vanilla protein powder. Now obviously I've put protein in this, right, but it works out like half a scoop per serving, so I'm still going to just do my proteinized coffee. Maybe I'll just do a kind of 3/4 scoop. There we go, that'll do. If you're not on the soy protein vanilla by Myprotein, this is one of the cheapest proteins, but it's also one of the best. My code is in the description box as always. I think I've worked with Myprotein, I think we concluded the other day, it was like about 8 years, which is crazy, but I was using them before that. They found a post from, it's when people were doing that whole 2016 post on Instagram, I was posting about Myprotein. 10 years. Right, so for this, speaking of which, what are you smiling at? Guys, you know how much I want to just pack up my whole life and take these babies to like Australia and just live a very outdoorsy, sunny life, because I'm sick to the back teeth. And there's a weather and my children being confined to a tiny box of grass. My garden's not tiny, but it's, you know, it's a standard regular UK garden. Oh, that might have been a bit strong. Anyway, these are butter biscuit flavoured flavour drops. They basically act like the syrup in your coffees, but it is a very strong one. Normally I do vanilla, but I've run out, so I have them. And then the Nespresso, no, the Nescafe Espresso. Delicious, delicious. And then that's literally it, and we'll blend it over ice. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I'm actually starving. I never waited 40 minutes for my breakfast, and then now I'm really ready for it. Oh, baby love, I need you. Oh, how I need you. Should we move to Australia? See, yeah, mommy. Yeah, mommy. Like the sun is shining today. It's probably still like 4 degrees. But it's Gloria! I'm running out of ice. However, I do think you'd have to have quite a lot of ice in your life if you lived in Australia. What is it? I'm also very aware, by the way, grass is not always greener on the other side, but I just feel like it's just a bit dull in the UK, as it's always been. It's not new information. But actually what I'd love to do is just like travel around the world. Let's go to Thailand, let's go to Bali, let's go to Australia. Don't we all, Steph? Don't we all? Zum zum zum. It's chef's good. Look at this. How do you not want to eat this for your breakfast? I'm going to cut this up. Anyway, Freddie's actually officially 3 months old today. Guys, this looks like a cake. A cake. Plunk that right there. What? Oh. Good morning. Good morning. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I also want to let you know my new challenge will be coming out in my app next week. It is the summer challenge. It is a build and burn summer series 12-week program. If you need to be consistent with your workouts, if you need to be consistent with your nutrition, get on my app. Honestly, it is a life-changing piece of technology, and it's so simple and so straightforward. It is roughly about 12 weeks until like peak summertime, okay? And I'm not saying, oh, in 12 weeks you're going to get your dream body, but if you really apply yourself and be consistent over 12 weeks, you can see some really good results in your body shape and your body fat and your lean muscle mass, and also on how you feel. It is not unrealistic to see some change in 12 weeks time. It's unrealistic to say you're going to have your dream body, but you're definitely going to see some really good changes over a 12-week period if you're consistent and follow a structured plan. If you're consistent and follow a structured plan, that is exactly how you get to be where you want to be. And it's going to be the plan that I'm following, i.e. it's 4 days a week. There's a home version and a gym version. Then obviously all the recipes on the app, you can build your own meal plan, you can go for it, see what suits you. With that being said, if you are someone that's like, do you know what, I want to go all in, I want to lock in, I want to invest in myself beyond that, I am opening up my one-to-one coaching again. I have been running it over on Instagram. We have only 2 spaces left because I'm only taking on a small pool of women. Basically, I really wanted to do a really close-knit group of one-to-ones now that I'm kind of in my postpartum area. It's not for just postpartum people, by the way, it's for anyone, but it's for women who are really wanting to commit, especially the next 12 weeks, say like 3 months. I really want to go all in, I want to change my lifestyle, I want to change my habits, and then actually change them for good. I'm teaching women how to do that. I am so happy with like my lifestyle and how I've been able to sustain it for so long, and how it's genuinely a lifestyle. Like it's not a diet, it's not a phase, nothing like that. It's so easy to stick to it and just like continue, because I know exactly what I'm doing and I know how good it makes me feel, I know how it makes me look, etc. So I am taking on a very small pool of women for one-to-one coaching, and like I said, there's only 2 spots left. So if you are interested, then please message me over on Instagram, just DM me the word coaching, and I will reply to you straight away, because it's kind of first come first serve. But it is an investment into yourself. It's not I'm looking for women who are genuinely serious and want to make change, not just that I'll just do it and see what happens. It's for women who are genuinely ready to change their life. I want you to message me on Instagram, coaching. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I am going to edit it and fling it up on YouTube for you so that we can get rolling into the next one. But happy April, by the way. Happy April. How in April? It's absolutely crazy. But I will see you in my next video.